Acharya Didi and my dear students. My topic is how teachers become a nurturer of Indian culture. In India, teachers are revered as God. The Tamil literary verse Nanmul says, a good teacher is gracious, has clarity of thought and the ability to explain even difficult subjects to his students in a simple manner. He is patient like a earth, gentle like a flower, stable like a mountain. He has balance of mind and he is like a weighing scale in the sense that he tilts on the side of justice. The person from whose soul such impulse comes is called the Guru, and the person to whose soul the impulse is conveyed is called the Shishya. The seed must be living and the field must be ready to plow. And when both these conditions are fulfilled, a wonderful growth of genuine religion takes place. Nowadays, as formal education has become more and more institutionalized, a teacher needs to help a student learn how to think, what to think, and how to discriminate and how to appreciate things. This is not just a matter of intellectual manipulation. This kind of teaching requires moral conviction and the courage to continuously pursue one's own course at all costs. The teacher must not only possess the knowledge he is to transmit to the student, but he must also know how to transmit it. As Vivekananda said, the only true teacher is he who can immediately come down to the level of the student and transfer his soul to his student and see through the student's eyes and through the student's ear he could hear and understand through his mind. Such a teacher can really teach and none else. There are many difficult situations in life and it is not easy to tackle these without the guidance of an experienced guru. A teacher shows us the path of Jnana, without which we will be like a frightened deer, may struggle to free itself, but it is trapped well and cannot escape the clutches of the hunter. Likewise, Sansar drags us deeper and we lose thought of the spiritual side of life. The discipline instilled in a child by its teacher will remain with a person throughout his life. According to Tamil saying, he who teaches one to read and write, in other words, he who imparts education is God himself. Thus, primary importance is given to a teacher. Even God takes back seat. Kabir says, Guru Govind do kade kaake lagu pao. Balihari Guru aapne Govind diyo bataya. The role of a teacher is to shape the minds of the young generation. The shaping will be done on positive lines and development of a scientific and humanistic attitude and temper, and also self-discipline. A teacher has to generate that energy in oneself and handle it in one's work of educating the boys and girls that resort to him or her as not only to instruct but to influence the life and character of his or her students and give them ideas and values which will first fit them to enter the stream of national life and as worthy citizens. The students must be educated to become the instruments to develop an integrated nation and of diversities. Today's children in the schools start working and shouldering national responsibilities in the beginning of the century. We have to give them the sense of national loyalty and responsibility. We must help to remove from minds whatever is negative and weakening them. We must develop a creative mind in our children and train them so that they could assimilate the educational values and ideas of own culture and also from Western culture too. Our Honorable Vice President Sri Venkaiah Naidu has called upon the teachers to do away with rote method and make classroom learning an interesting and enjoyable experience. He wanted teachers to use technology to update and hone the skills of students. There is a need for teachers to provide examples of real life situations. The goal of education is not merely to get employment, but it must lead to enlightenment and empowerment of the individual by fostering human qualities. Observing that character building and strong grounding in India's culture, history, tradition and customs have to be essential components of education system. Culture and education are linked and interdependent. Culture prepares the path of education, while education is responsible for infusing cultural values into everyday life. At all stages of an individual's development, one must always take pride in one's culture. The child notices everything and the events happening all around him and the behaviors of others. Moral values and Indian heritage are foundation of a good education. Values and cultural education help children to become the best version of themselves. They must be taught how to show respect to culture. Indian education system is passing through a critical stage, and as it strives to achieve quality and equity for all, it is the time to focus on educational transaction that happens within the classroom. Once Adi Shankaracharya, the great scholar of 8th century, visited his teacher Govind Pad. There he was asked for his introduction, where he recited a shlok, "Na me mrityu shanka, na me jati bhedah, pita naiva me naiva mata na janmah, na bandhur na mitram gurur naiva shishyah, chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham." At this critical situation, the nation needs the services of millions of teachers who have trained minds and who have to think and to say to themselves. Nation needs students who are enlightened and know that what are they. So finally, I want to quote one more shlok from Adi Shankaracharya. Aham nirvikalpo nirakar rupo vibhutva ch sarvatra sarvetriyanam na cha sangatam neva muktir nameyah chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. Thank you.